Hold up. While Toyota and Tesla and every single electric vehicle startup out there were battling it out for headlines, and everyone was talking about the future of electric cars and hybrids and expensive SUVs, an old-school Indian powerhouse was quietly working in the shadows, and they just dropped a complete bombshell that is about to shake the entire mini commercial vehicle market to its core. I am talking about Ashok Leyland, a company that most people know only for massive buses and heavy-duty trucks rolling down highways. But now they have launched something that is an absolute game-changer for every small businessman, every delivery partner, every local vendor, every dairy farmer, and every e-commerce last-mile operator in India. Its name is SATHI, and this is not just another mini truck, this is the new face of unbreakable trust on Indian roads. The most mind-blowing part is that it comes with a powerful diesel engine that delivers insane power at rock-bottom running costs, and the starting price is only $7,350. Yes, you heard that right, $7,350 for a brand new diesel mini truck that can carry a full 1,000 kilograms. Now, the only question on everyone's mind is this: what exactly has Ashok Leyland achieved that has left even the biggest players in the market completely stunned? And how in the world did they manage to engineer a vehicle this reliable, this powerful, and this durable at such an unbelievably low price point? So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because I am going to reveal the exact engine technology they are using and the step-by-step secrets behind keeping the cost so low while delivering performance that beats everything else in the segment. And before we go any further, if you love getting the latest auto updates, the hidden gems, and the vehicles that actually matter to real people, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a single upload. Before we jump into the SATHI itself, let me give you a quick backstory on the company, because this launch makes a lot more sense when you understand where Ashok Leyland is coming from. This is the same company that has been putting millions of trucks, buses, and heavy commercial vehicles on Indian roads for decades. You have definitely seen their name flashing on highways, in cities, in small towns, everywhere. Ashok Leyland trucks are literally flying past you no matter where you are in the country. But very few people know that the roots of this company go all the way back almost 75 years to the year 1948, the same year India gained independence and the foundation of the Indian automobile industry was being laid in Chennai. The company started as Ashok Motors, then partnered with British Leyland Motors, and eventually became Ashok Leyland, the largest commercial vehicle manufacturer in the country. In the beginning, they only built trucks and buses, but the durability, the raw reliability, and the no-nonsense engineering of those vehicles turned Ashok Leyland into a national symbol of Indian transportation. Fast forward to today, every third bus you see operating anywhere in India is an Ashok Leyland product. The company sells over 150,000 trucks and buses every single year. Just looking at the 2023-2024 financial year alone, they moved more than 170,000 commercial vehicles across trucks, buses, light commercial vehicles, and every other category you can think of. Their market share is sitting at a massive 30%, which shows the insane level of trust that fleet owners, transport companies, and government bodies have in this brand. Over the last decade, they have massively expanded their production network with 9 major manufacturing plants, most of them right here in India, but a few located overseas as well. Ashok Leyland has never been about flashy passenger cars or luxury SUVs. They have always focused on strengthening the backbone of India's transport sector. Whether it is long-haul trucks eating up thousands of kilometers on national highways or city buses packed with commuters, the Ashok Leyland name has been synonymous with trust, power, and longevity. While other companies were busy chasing electric dreams and launching expensive pickup trucks and hybrid SUVs, Ashok Leyland was quietly doing what they do best: researching better engines, developing smarter technologies, and figuring out how to give more mileage, more power, and lower ownership costs. And now, in the age of electric vehicles and hybrid hype, they have taken all that decades of experience and channeled it into a vehicle that is tailor-made for small businesses, the kind of businesses that keep India moving every single day. In India, small businessmen and delivery partners are still looking for vehicles that deliver maximum output at minimum cost. Sure, there are models like the Tata Ace and the Mahindra Jeeto already in the market, but Ashok Leyland has just thrown a massive curveball into this segment with the SATHI mini diesel truck. This is not just a new product launch for the company, this is a complete shift in direction. For decades, they dominated the heavy truck and bus space, but now they have officially entered the small commercial vehicle category, making it crystal clear that they want to build vehicles for every single level of business, from the giant logistics fleets all the way down to the local kirana store owner who needs to move goods across town. In the 2023-2024 period, when every other manufacturer was obsessed with electric versions or premium pickups, Ashok Leyland looked at the real customers, the small businessmen, the rural delivery agents, the people who cannot afford expensive electric vehicles but need something rock-solid, diesel-powered, affordable, and super easy to service. That is why the SATHI is more than just a vehicle, it is a vision. The company understood the pulse of the Indian market better than anyone else. When public transport started exploding in the country, Ashok Leyland built thousands of buses. When the logistics boom hit, they launched next-generation heavy trucks. And now, in the era of e-commerce explosion and hyperlocal delivery, they have launched the SATHI. This is the turning point that proves they know how to build vehicles not just for corporate giants, but for the common Indian who depends on his vehicle to put food on the table every single day. Now, let us talk about the heart of the Ashok Leyland SATHI, the engine and the technology, because this is where the magic really happens. The true strength of any commercial vehicle lies in its power plant, and Ashok Leyland knows this better than anyone. They have equipped the SATHI with a bulletproof diesel engine that delivers outstanding performance at the lowest possible running cost and can run non-stop for hours without breaking a sweat. At the core is a 1.5-liter Hodgson-Stewart 3-cylinder diesel engine that punches out approximately 80 horsepower and a massive 200 Newton-meters of torque. Those numbers might look modest on paper, but put this truck on the road and you will feel the real-world difference instantly. Whether you are crawling through crowded city streets, climbing steep mountain roads, or bouncing along dusty rural paths, the SATHI performs like a champion every single time. Ashok Leyland specifically engineered this engine for Indian operating conditions, and let me tell you, Indian roads are brutal. Potholes the size of craters, steep inclines that would stall lesser vehicles, dust clouds that choke air filters, and summer heat that pushes engines to the limit. In this kind of environment, you need an engine that is tough as nails, can take punishment all day long, and still deliver excellent fuel efficiency.
That is exactly why the Hodgson-Stewart engine combines traditional diesel robustness with modern electronic tuning. It features a high-pressure common rail fuel injection system that atomizes every drop of diesel and burns it completely, squeezing out maximum power and minimum waste. That is the reason this little truck delivers a real-world mileage of 20 to 23 kilometers per liter, which is absolutely class-leading in the mini truck segment. On top of that, they have installed an advanced air intake system with a high-efficiency intercooler that keeps the engine temperature in check even when you are fully loaded and driving in 45-degree heat. The engine simply refuses to overheat no matter how long the journey or how heavy the cargo. They paired it with a slick 5-speed manual gearbox that offers smooth shifts and effortless gear changes, so the driver never has to fight the truck even on steep climbs. The big question everyone is asking is this: how did Ashok Leyland manage to pack this much reliability and power into a vehicle that costs only $7,350? The answer lies in their vertical integration and in-house manufacturing capabilities. While most competitors buy expensive engines from third-party suppliers like Bosch or Delphi, Ashok Leyland designs, develops, and manufactures their own powertrains from the ground up. That means they control every single component, every casting, every bolt, which allows them to optimize for both durability and cost. They have implemented low-cost maintenance strategies right from the design stage: longer service intervals, oil change only every 20,000 kilometers, air filter replacements that cost pennies, and parts that are standardized across their entire truck lineup. The SATHI was not designed for air-conditioned city offices. It was built for small towns, villages, and rural areas where people use their vehicles as income-generating tools every single day. That is why every piece of technology inside is practical, proven, and easy to fix with basic tools. The suspension system works in perfect harmony with the engine, keeping the truck stable even when you are carrying a full 1000 kilogram payload. Whether the road is broken, muddy or full of speed breakers, the engine's power delivery and pickup remain consistent from the first kilometer to the last. Another huge advantage is emissions compliance. The SATHI engine meets BS6 Stage 2 norms right out of the factory, which means it produces minimal smoke and almost no harmful particulates. They have fitted an advanced exhaust after-treatment system that scrubs the exhaust gases clean, making it perfect for city operations where pollution checks are strict.
Ashok Leyland poured 75 years of diesel expertise into this little engine, and they knew the biggest pain point for small business owners is not the purchase price, it is the running cost, the fuel bill, and the downtime for repairs. So they designed an engine that goes farther on less diesel and keeps running for years with minimal fuss. That is why people are calling the SATHI not just a mini truck, but a true companion for small businesses that never lets you down. Let us move on to the design and build quality, because the moment you lay eyes on the SATHI, you know this is something special. At first glance, it looks like any other mini truck, but get up close and you realize the body style, the proportions, and the sheer solidity are on par with full-size commercial vehicles. The structure is rock solid, built like it was meant to survive Indian roads for a decade without complaint. That is why drivers and owners have already started calling it a mini tank instead of a mini truck. Ashok Leyland has always prioritized strength and longevity in their vehicles, and that DNA is stamped all over the SATHI. The front fascia is wide and aggressive, giving the truck a commanding road presence that makes other vehicles move aside. The entire body is fabricated from high-strength steel that resists impacts, prevents rust, and maximizes payload capacity without adding unnecessary weight. The doors are thick, the cabin is sealed properly, and stepping inside gives the driver an immediate sense of confidence and security. The step-in height is perfect, not too high for shorter drivers, and not too low that it scrapes on speed breakers. Inside the cabin, everything is laid out in a modern yet super simple fashion. The dashboard is clean, all gauges are easy to read at a glance, and every switch and knob is within arm's reach, so the driver never has to take eyes off the road. The seats are wide, supportive, and designed to reduce fatigue on long routes. Visibility is excellent thanks to large glass areas all around, making city maneuvering a breeze. The real star of the show is the chassis, a full ladder frame construction identical in concept to the frames used in 10-ton trucks. This is what allows the SATHI to carry a full 1,000 kilogram payload without twisting or flexing. The rear load body is engineered for perfect balance, so even if you stack the cargo unevenly, the truck stays planted. The tires are thick, 13-inch units with a special tread pattern that grips tarmac, mud, gravel, and wet surfaces equally well. The suspension setup is bulletproof, McPherson struts up front for precise handling, and semi-elliptical leaf springs at the rear that soak up heavy loads without bottoming out. All of this combines to create a mini truck that drives, feels, and lasts like a mini tank on any terrain you throw at it. The design is not flashy or overstyled, it is simple, purposeful, and reassuring. The color options are professional yet understated, giving the SATHI a premium commercial look that stands out in rural markets and urban delivery hubs alike. Now let us talk load capacity and real-world performance, because this is where the SATHI absolutely dominates. It is hard to believe that something this compact can haul so much weight with such ease. The official payload rating is 1,000 kilograms. That is a full 1 metric ton of cargo, whether it is milk cans, fresh vegetables, furniture, construction material, or e-commerce parcels. This truck is a godsend for small-scale dairy operators, FMCG distributors, micro-manufacturers, warehouse operators, and local transport businesses that need to move heavy loads multiple times a day. The ground clearance sits at a healthy 170 millimeters, which means it sails over broken roads, speed breakers, and flooded streets without scraping the underbody. The suspension is tuned specifically for Indian conditions. Front struts absorb sharp impacts, and the rear leaf springs handle heavy loads without sagging. Whether the truck is empty or fully loaded, the ride quality remains smooth and controlled. The engine and gearbox are calibrated to deliver strong low-end torque, so pickup is instant even in second gear with a full load. Steering is light and precise, making it easy to weave through narrow lanes and crowded markets. The high driver seating position gives a commanding view of the road ahead, and the cabin is designed for all-day comfort so drivers stay fresh even after 12-hour shifts. Weight distribution is near perfect, so the truck never feels tippy or unstable even when cornering with a tall load. This is big power and big confidence packed into a small package. Let us address the elephant in the room, cost of ownership, because for every small businessman, the purchase price is only the beginning. Fuel bills, service costs, and downtime are what really eat into profits. Ashok Leyland designed the SATHI from the ground up on the principle of low cost and high profit. The engine is not just powerful, it is stingy with diesel, delivering 20 to 23 kilometers per liter in mixed conditions. If you are doing 50 to 60 kilometers of delivery runs every day, that translates to massive monthly savings compared to competitors. Service and maintenance are dirt cheap thanks to the nationwide Ashok Leyland network, over 6,000 service centers and parts dealers spread from metro cities to the smallest taluka towns.
You are never more than a few kilometers away from genuine spare parts and trained mechanics. Oil changes are spaced 20,000 kilometers apart. Air filters last longer, and common wear items cost a fraction of what you would pay for rival trucks. The body and chassis are so over-engineered that major repairs are extremely rare even after years of abuse. When Ashok Leyland sat down to design the SATHI, they were not thinking about engineering benchmarks. They were thinking about the daily earnings of a vegetable vendor, the monthly budget of a milk distributor, and the profit margin of a local courier. That is why this truck helps you earn more, spend less, and stay productive day after day. People who were previously forced to buy used, beat-up mini trucks are now lining up for brand new SATHI units because the value proposition is simply unbeatable. Whenever the topic of mini trucks comes up, the first two names that pop into everyone's head are Tata Ace and Mahindra Jeeto, and for good reason. They have dominated this segment for years. But the arrival of the Ashok Leyland SATHI has completely changed the game. Let us stack them up side by side and see who comes out on top. Starting with payload, the Tata Ace can carry around 750 kilograms in its top variant. The Mahindra Jeeto tops out at 700 kilograms, but the SATHI laughs at both with a full 1,000 kilogram capacity. That is 250 to 300 kilograms more cargo per trip, which directly translates to higher revenue for the owner. On price, the Tata Ace starts at around 7.8 lakh rupees, the Mahindra Jeeto at 7 lakh rupees, but the SATHI kicks off at just 6 lakh rupees ex-showroom, giving you more capability for less money. Fuel efficiency, the SATHI delivers 20 to 23 kilometers per liter, while the Ace and Jeeto average 17 to 19 kilometers per liter. So over a month of daily running, the SATHI saves you thousands of rupees in diesel alone. Build quality, the SATHI uses thicker high-tensile steel, a stronger ladder frame, and better corrosion protection, meaning it will outlast the competition on bad roads. Suspension and ground clearance give the SATHI superior rough road ability, and the cabin is more comfortable for long hours. Service network, Ashok Leyland has 6,000 plus touchpoints compared to 3,000 for Tata and 2,500 for Mahindra, so downtime is lower and parts are cheaper. Driving dynamics, the SATHI feels more stable, more planted, and easier to handle under load. Bottom line, the SATHI is not just competing, it is dominating every single parameter that matters to a small business owner.
The biggest highlight of the Ashok Leyland SATHI has to be its pricing and the variant options, which are an absolute boon for budget-conscious buyers. The base model starts at around 6 lakh rupees, or $7,350, which is significantly lower than any direct rival that costs between 7 and 8 lakh rupees. Ashok Leyland built this truck with the vision that every milkman, every fruit seller, every small-town delivery agent should be able to afford a brand new, reliable vehicle without taking on crushing loans. Currently, the SATHI is offered in two main variants. The basic model is optimized for light-duty work like daily city deliveries, vegetables, dairy products, and local goods, with slightly softer suspension tuning and emphasis on fuel economy.
The high-load version is built for heavier applications like construction materials, furniture, appliances, and bulk e-commerce shipments. It gets a reinforced rear body, slightly higher torque calibration, and stiffer springs to handle the extra weight without compromise. Both variants share the same 1.5-liter diesel engine, the same core chassis, and the same cabin, but the tuning differences make sure you pick the exact truck that matches your business needs. Financing is a breeze. Most dealers offer low down payment schemes and easy monthly installments starting under 10,000 rupees, and many banks have tie-ups with Ashok Leyland for special commercial vehicle loans. The market reaction has been nothing short of explosive. From the day of launch, dealerships across the country reported a flood of inquiries. Bookings piled up so fast that waiting periods stretched to weeks in many locations. Small business owners and transport operators are saying the SATHI fits their budget perfectly while delivering the same bulletproof reliability they have experienced with Ashok Leyland's bigger trucks. Social media is buzzing with owner videos. Autoblogs are calling it the perfect companion for micro-entrepreneurs, and industry experts are predicting that if sales momentum continues, the SATHI could eat into the market share of Tata Ace and Mahindra Jeeto within months. The combination of low price, proven diesel engine, and rock-bottom maintenance costs has turned the SATHI into a serious threat in the small commercial vehicle space. Overall, Ashok Leyland has delivered an option that is affordable, unbreakable, and built to last for small businesses that cannot afford downtime or high running costs. If you believe that true Indian engineering shines brightest in simplicity, reliability, and real-world performance, then the SATHI is proof of that philosophy. This is not just a mini truck, this is a revolution on wheels for millions of hard-working Indians.
So if you are inspired by what Ashok Leyland has achieved after 75 years of mastering diesel power, smash that like button right now to show some love for homegrown innovation. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you are the first to know when we drop the next big automotive story. And drop the word SATHI in the comments below if you want us to bring you a full owner interview and an overloaded road test in the next video. Until then, keep hustling, keep earning, and we will see you in the next one with another discovery that changes the game. Peace out.